Well, today on the bench, there's really nothing wrong with this one. This is a new old stock one that I did open up and check out, took the stickers off. It's been sitting in the storage bin for a while. Let's see here. Good old 29 plus. These are actually pretty nice radios. This box is a little worse for wear. I think it was in an attic for years, then a basement. Takes the standard 29 brackets, colored. Really, really rinky-dinky, thin cord it comes with. Look at that microphone wrapped up. Same like the later ones that came with some Uniden radios. Mounting hardware. Let's get this out of here. There's the back of it. Manuals jammed in there. That's about the end of that. Okay. A lot of people don't like these plus model ones, but they're actually all right. Welcome to CB. Warranty information. Doesn't come with service manuals, but they still came with schematics and a build of material sheet. So if you're ever recapping one of these, here's your resistor, caps, whatever list. And here is the radio. The only thing I've done with this really is hook it up, turn it on. I did take off the little sticker that covers this. So this is a brand new 29 plus. That's just reflective light here, I think. I don't know, maybe oxidation from sitting in the bag. And on the bottom too. Look at that. Brand spanking new. Let's get this hooked up and see what she does. Alright, let's see what fancy way now that they have wrapped this microphone. Oh, minty. I don't think I've ever had the microphone out of the bag. I always just tested it with whatever microphone I had laying around at the time. Looks a lot like the Uniden Washington stock mic from the later Uniden years. Has a smell to it. Oh, that's tight. Let's see if I can get my camera repositioned. I'm probably going to have to handheld it. You can see this microphone cord is very happy in its rolled up position there. This will always show up on channel 9 when you first turn it on if it loses power. Channel 6. It's this flicker that you see, that's really just on the camera. It has to do with the refresh rate of the camera. Let's see if the stock mic even works. Oh, what are we on here? Audio. Actually, no output with the stock mic. There we go. Probably a dirty switch in here. Audio. Audio 1 2 3. Hello. Audio 1 2 3. Hello. Audio 1 2 3. Hello. Audio 1 2 3. Yeah, I think I'm gonna clean this switch out in this microphone. Hear that little noise? I think the switch is dirty. Let's see. Noise blanker, A&L, dimmer switch. It's got everything that a Cobra 29 should have. Mic RFD, modulation. Audio 1 2 3. There goes the goofball channel 6 guys here. Now later versions of this had the rounded knobs. This is kind of an interesting configuration here. Well, let me get this mic open and clean the contacts. Okay, this takes a big old chunky screwdriver. Unless the other ones take a little thin screwdriver. So basically, you've never done this before. Let's see, let me remove the switch. You want to get your contact cleaner right here. You can see where these contacts move up and down. Now I've got some deoxit here with the built-in lube. It's usually what I recommend on something that's going to be moving a lot. Just kind of spray that in there. Work it back and forth. Don't go hog wild on that. You don't want it seeping out of everywhere. But I'll put a little more. Got a little bit of spray on my other stuff here. I'll go ahead and put this back together. A little overspray. So that's the main gist. If you've never cleaned a contact switch on one of these, this will hook from the top. Same thing, once you spray some in there, you can just work it back and forth real good. Put the screw back in. Now I have a different type of contact cleaner that I use. On these pins here. I don't want to put it directly on the radio. I usually use the CRC contact cleaner, but you can also get the WD-40 contact cleaner. Not regular WD-40, get contact cleaner. But basically, get you some right down in here. Just gonna soak that down a little bit. And then I'm gonna plug this in and out of the radio a few times. Even though this is basically a new radio, stuff gets oxidized just sitting in the package. Oh, much better. Don't hear that funny little anymore. Now, I'm not gonna go super mod this or clip it or try to get a ton of power out of it. Audio 1, 2. It's a good old stock radio. Good for running an amp. Audio 1, 2, 3. Hello. Put a power mic on it if you need a little more oomph. Audio 1, 2, 3. But no, she works pretty good. Audio 1, 2, 3. Now let's try a different mic and see if our results improve a little. Because what we're getting here, audio, it's not that impressive. Now, very simple mic change, just a regular old Galaxy stock mic. Watch the difference. Audio 1, 2, 3. Hello, audio. See how the other one was barely hitting 8 watts? Audio 1, 2, 3. Hello, audio 1, 2, 3. Now we can even make this even better with a power mic, but that's pretty respectable. So everything works as it should. See if anybody else is on the radio. Let me reposition some stuff here. Looks like I can get anybody on the radio today. It is a Sunday. How about you, wallpaper man? How about that wallpaper man? I guess let me open this up and let's take a gander on what this one looks on the inside, because it's a lot different than a regular 29. If you couldn't tell just by looking at the outside. All right, I went ahead and put a towel down as to not mess up the case. It says little black screws. If you're ever into one of these and it's in good shape, you don't want to tear it up. Use the appropriate size screwdriver. Should be a place to unhook the speaker. No. On this one, no. But as you can see, this is made by Uniden. On the board there, Uniden. Get this off the tripod and get a closer look here. So this is a lot different than what you're used to looking at if you look into a normal Cobra 29. This one hasn't been recapped or redone in any way. This is totally stock. Similar to the new 29LX is how they have an analog board with a digital control face. But everything is actually labeled. But now this is not AM modulation. That, I think that's the mod meter. That's RF meter, mod meter, antenna warning, signal meter, squelch. I don't think there is an adjustment for modulation without, you know, doing the old clippity snippety, which there's no need to do. It's perfectly fine just the way it is. See, the final one there is just a 2166 run by this little pre-driver here. Never been tinkered with, and out of the box it's good and smooth, good and clean. Just works better with a power mic. Audio chip is got its own heat sink around it. All in all, not that bad of a radio. A lot of people don't like them, say they're weak. If you're trying to power mod and do crazy stuff with these, yeah, there's not a lot you can do. But just a good clean radio out of the box, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing at all. And they look cool, straight out of the 80s, man. get this one put back together, and I'm going to try shooting on channel 3 again, see if anybody hollers back. If not, that'll probably just be the end of this one. Just another quick beauty shot of that. That brushed look is really slick. It's really cool. Got it back together with no witness marks. I don't know if I'll sell this. I was trying to have a collection of all the Plus models. I think that's all I have for this one. I couldn't raise anybody on the radio. It was right after 4th of July anyhow. Next thing I'm going to show is a very interesting Cobra 19 LTD2. You want to see some power levels, stay tuned for that one. As for this one, 73s. I'm out.